Open Your Eyes is brought to you by the Belize Bank, our country, your bank, and Smart, bringing people together.
Live from the GBM studios in Belize City, it's Open Your Eyes. Start your morning right with your hosts, Sabrina Daly and Isani Caetano.
Good morning and welcome to Open Your Eyes.
Start your morning right.
I'm Sabrina Daly.
And I am Isani Caetano. Good morning.
And good morning, Isani. How you
Happy
doing?
end of month, Sabrina.
Happy end of month. Happy Thursday, Friday. It's a Thursday, Friday. And I know a
30th.
lot of us are excited for the long weekend.
You're excited?
I'm
not. I'm going to be straight up and honest with you. I'm not excited.
Make a fake it, no leave it, Isani. No, I know that for us, we have a little bit of an unusual extended weekend this time around. We'll be right at the office tomorrow, but it's still going to be a little bit different, right? So we don't have to wake up for an early morning show, and so that's good. I get to sleep in a little bit tomorrow, but I'm still excited about it.
I say that I'm not excited, right? But truthfully, I'm envious. That's all it is, right? Because I don't get to, enjoy an extended weekend like most other people whose weekend begins this evening at 5 o'clock when they leave work or at 3:30 when they leave school, if that were the case, right? We have to jam. But, hey, it's all good. We're not a complaint. Good morning once again, Sam.
Good morning, Isani. It's a beautiful Thursday morning here in Belize City. The sun is out so beautifully. We were talking to our TikTok fans. I saw Miss Chibu, one of our loyal followers, and she tunes in every morning. She said she got her early morning jogging this morning, and I think it's the perfect weather today to do something like that. So whatever your routine is, we are so grateful that you decided to include us in that as you start your morning right.
Yes.
Well, Isani, we want to jump into some of the conversations that we have lined up for you guys this morning. And we're going to kick things off with She Did That. Yes, she did. The spotlight on Wonder Woman winners. It continues. You would know that we have been having our 3-part docu-series highlighting the Wonder Woman competition. Well, today's the final day, and we'll also have a sit-down with some of the participants. And then after that, we'll be also joined by Shyne Barrow, virtually that is. He has received the key to the Borough of Brooklyn, and so we'll be talking to him about that latest achievement and also his upcoming concert in New York. Then Croc Talk. We have been talking about it all over social media. We even spoke about it yesterday on the couch. We're going to be separating facts from fair with Marisa Tellez. And so ask a question about the crocodiles near you. Do you think it's safe? We want to know. And we'll also be asking some of those questions as well. And then finally, perhaps this is our way of joining Mishi with her morning jog, but we'll be doing so with some stretch, strengthening, and shining. We'll be discovering Pilates with Astral Flow by Fell. Wonderful conversations lined up.
Indeed, indeed. I can't wait for the Shyne conversation so we could talk music.
Yeah,
and not politics. I'm looking forward to that. All right, so here are a few things that you guys want to know before you leave home this morning. All right, so the Ministry of Health, we're having a robust conversation about condoms and the price of condoms, right? And access and all of that good stuff. We're also going to be discussing the issue of ramen noodles. This made it all the way to the upper house on Monday and Tuesday as senators were looking at this particular bill that has to do with ramen noodles in Belize, right? But we're going to be discussing it from a nutritional aspect. And lastly, taxpayers, you guys, all of us, are going to be pitching in to assist the Belize Bus Association with this
subsidy
fuel debacle, right? Well, they don't straighten it out, so I call it subsidy. I'll go with that word, right? The fuel subsidy. So those will concentrate our conversations this morning on those 3 topics, right? First things first. if we believe that what's happening in the Middle East with the Iran conflict only affects us in terms of oil and fuel, we're sadly mistaken, right? Why do I say we're sadly mistaken, Sab? Because even condoms, the cost of protecting oneself,
Yeah.
right? That cost has gone up. And we're also feeling that pinch on this side of the world. Now, there's an interesting conversation to be had because one of the points raised yesterday was very curious to me, right? The good doctor said, not because the price gone up means you're supposed to, forget about protecting yourself, right?
Yeah.
Because you can't afford it, right? So if you, like somebody way, used to Trojan lifestyle, Rough Rider, whatever it is that you do and the price has gone up, and you say you can't afford it, that's no excuse, right?
Can't say make we no
There's
use it
still
because price
condoms
gone
being
up.
given away, right? Free of cost, that you should be able to protect yourself with.
Yeah.
Right? Now, why we're saying this is an interesting conversation is because at the end of the day, Sabrina, sexual health is important. And sexual health, one of the pillars of it is being able to protect oneself if you're having sex. If you don't want to picnic, if you don't want to contract any diseases or whatsoever, you need to be able to protect yourself.
Yeah.
And doing so for us men means, and I put it in a Creole, right? You need to condomize, right?
I've never heard that actually before.
It's a word.
you make a valid point.
Yeah.
There's no excuse. If you have preferences on brands and whatnot, then that's one thing. But as Dr. Joshua Canole mentioned, representing the Ministry of Health and Wellness yesterday at the AIDS Symposium, there are free condoms available at clinics. And regardless of what's taking place in the Middle East with the war and that potentially affecting the freight of bringing them in different areas of the world, Belize has not been impacted by that as yet, at least as yet. And so they mentioned that they have enough supply. You don't need to start overbuying condoms like toilet papers during COVID-19. And so he also mentioned, as we
Those
said,
are the ones that are being given away.
Yes.
Right? So there's ample supply of the ones that are being given away. But just to make it clear, as you've mentioned earlier, I guess reiterating it, for some of us, we have our preferences, right? And so that's where the price hike would probably be felt, right?
Yeah.
So I listed a bunch of them, right? And I know that if there's a spectrum per se, there are the cheaper condoms based on brands, and then there are the more expensive ones, also based on brands, right? So if you're a Trojan person and you prefer your latex over sheepskin or whatever it is, then
sheepskin.
yeah, come on, man.
You know what? Let's move things along. Take heed of the information.
That's actually the material they're made from.
Yeah.
Right? But yes, I'm saying, look, at the end of the day, these are conversations that we should have, right? And I'll speak from the perspective of a man and having men's circles, right?
Yeah.
You have certain groups of people where they will look at the price of one thing and they look at the price of another thing and say, well, I could do without the condom, I'm going with this instead, right? But when you find yourself in a situation where you're either sexually active with multiple partners or you just don't want to have another child, you don't want to impregnate your partner,
yeah,
you have to then make a serious decision as to whether you go with this other option or this other, whatever it is, item versus being able to protect yourself.
Yeah.
Right? Because you can't live in a regret. Once you don't get sick, you don't get sick. That comes with its own expenses. Once you impregnate someone and you bring forth a child into this world, that too comes with its own expenses. but you have to be able to make a sound decision in that particular moment,
Yeah.
right? And that to me is the seriousness of the conversation at hand.
All right, well, let's move things along
Mm-hmm.
because speaking of price changes or potential price changes, a conversation yesterday was also on noodles, and I remember, Isani,
Well,
the
this
last
is a
time we
going on,
had
yeah.
the last time we had this conversation, you bring your ramen from home.
Well, hello. No, so here's the thing though, right? This is a tricky one for me because I could understand the argument that perhaps there is little to no nutritional value in ramen noodles. And for those who are arguing from that point of view, I respect that. But for me, speaking for Isani Cayetano, ramen noodles hold a sentimental value.
College years.
Exactly. And it will always be that. And you know what? I'll put this out there, right? Just because I know that we have this conversation this morning.
You know, bring it.
No.
You
I
eat one.
buy 2 noodles last night
You silly.
and a tin of chicken sausage.
Oh my gosh.
And I prepare it the way how I used to prepare it when I'm
For the
going to go
nostalgia.
to, yeah, when I'm going to go to college, right?
Right.
And it is what it is. No, here's the thing though. At the heart of it, for some, it's affordability, right? So while we can make light of certain conversations where ramen noodles is concerned because we're perhaps in a different economic bracket, for other people, this is their reality,
Yeah.
right? So part of the argument here is, look, it would seem as if though the government of the day is passing this particular piece of legislation that would give favor to a local manufacturer as opposed to businesses that import various brands and forms of ramen noodles, right? So some people would argue, but man, you limit for your options, you could choose something else
Yeah.
other than, in this case, manna, right?
Yeah.
So you would recall the Caribbean Food Stuff, which is a company operating out of Carmelita, has been expanding its product lines, right? So Caribbean Food Products is tied to the same Caribbean International Brewery, which produces Mine Beer
Mine
and
Beer.
so on, right? And while I commend the fact that we have a company in Belize, just like how we have Bowen & Bowen that has also expanded its product lines and its offerings, while I commend that, man, as a consumer, I don't want nobody restrict me from where I could spend
Yeah.
my money upon if I don't
Or
want
force your hand to have to purchase a
Yeah.
certain type or a certain brand
Right.
when you have your favors already.
Yeah.
I
But
think
beyond that,
yeah.
just 1 second, but beyond that, so put aside my own preferences, right? The bigger conversation or the broader conversation here is how really nutritional is it? And so then Dr. Friesen comes in and says, but you could put kalaloo in there, you could throw a little egg in there, put a little chaya in there, whatever you want to do. As a child, Sab, growing up, Mama used to bubble up ramen noodles with ground meat and rice, and that was an excellent dish. To this day, I still miss it.
Ramen and rice?
Yeah.
Oh.
Right, but it's not a lot of it because it's a lot of starch, really, right? But just equal portions of it. Excellent. Just like how people talk about it, canned beef and white rice.
Yeah.
It's one of those things, right?
Yeah.
So I think the idea of being able to add other things to it to make it nutritional, for some people that raise up the price.
Yeah, and that's a reality. So I want to pose that question to you guys. One, do you purchase ramen noodles, or are you one of those people who feel like, you know, it brings no nutritional value, and so you tend to stay away from it? And if you do you just consume it regularly? Or as Dr. Friesen mentioned, do you add in other new nutritional things to it? I see Tyler Smith saying ramen is my favorite comfort food. Yes, and so as Isani mentioned, that's something for him that takes him back to college years. Sonia Singh said, I just had my chicken noodles for lunch yesterday. There we go. So I'll give you guys a joke. Tyler said, no stock. I buy as I feel for it. And it had to be Murachan.
Yeah, Maruchan.
Maruchan.
That's what I'm saying.
So
right?
that's the one that's the tariffs are going to be included.
Yeah, and so my argument is some of us already have certain brands that we're loyal to.
Yeah.
Maruchan being one of the most popular brands of ramen noodles on the shelf, right?
Yeah.
So now you're telling me that, and here is my issue. I remember when noodles was be like 50 cents for the pack. And then you got beef flavor, you got shrimp, you got all kind of different flavors to choose from, right? Now it's at $1 somewhere else. And if you go to other places, it's even over $1.
I see Michelle
now
saying...
the tariff on top of that, man, it's prohibitive.
Michelle saying, I fix up my one too. Hassani said, ramen rich. April says, good morning, folks. Ramen with a whole lot of pepper. So bad for you, but perhaps we need to think about this from a different angle. We import more than we export, and with the way the world is going, we soon won't be able to afford a lot of things that we import. Why don't we go back to our organic resources that we produce here at home? Lower the cost of those items. I agree. So I tell you how I make my ramen, right?
Conversation to have, yes.
I normally have ramen like if I feel like I leave flu condom, and I know it's so dumb because it's not very nutritional, but I put a lot of different stuff in it, including a lot of pepper because I need for the blow my nose when I done, and it really feels comforting for me too. And so I add when my ramen done. It ain't look like ramen after that, but I don't put rice with it. That's the first time I've heard. It look like gourmet, guys. My ramen look fancy when it's done. I'll put a little callaloo, a little spinach in there.
I'll go a step further, right?
A little potato,
and this is by my own admission. If I overdone last night,
no,
and I feel like
that you're going my fix.
Man, with an extra habanero in there, properly, man, can't get better than that.
So I have a question for you. Do you normally purchase the imported ramen noodle, or do you go with what's local?
I'll be honest once again, I've never tried the local option. I'm a brand loyalist, right?
I know you are, yeah.
So when I lock into something that does that, right?
Yeah.
So so someone like me would feel it, right? Just being able to relate to the everyman, right? Someone like me would feel it because, no, if I'm going to tell you 50 cents in regard to $1, then you're adding a tariff on top of that. That actually means that the consumer, have to pay like what, $135, no, $150 for that.
And you have a particular flavor that you prefer?
I'm a chicken guy.
Yeah. Sonia said some people undercook it or overcook it. I prefer mine a little bit undercooked. I want it cooked because, while I eat it. Tyler said, such as cheese or egg. April said, Isani knows. Guys, this conversation is getting exciting. But let's move things along. As we close off this conversation, I know that it's one that still needs to continue in the Senate. And so this was just a perspective from the Ministry of Health as we talk about the idea of the imported ramen noodles, the price is going up. And so if this will affect you, perhaps you can share that in the comments section if it's something that you buy often when you do your grocery hauls. We want to hear from you as well. But let's move things along.
Yes. I think the most important news coming out of Belmopan yesterday was the fact that the stakeholders in the public transportation system have come to an agreement, right? So we have the Ministry of Transport on one hand, we have the Belize Bus Association on the other hand. And for the past several weeks, they've been bucking heads over the soaring cost of fuel and how it affects their operations, right? And we saw what happened earlier this week with the blockade at the Tower Hill Bridge. But cooler heads have prevailed, and I understand that yesterday they finally agreed on a pricing system that works. It works in tandem with the subsidies that they're going to be receiving going forward. Now, this comes into force on Monday, right? And it's funny because it's almost as if though we've been mentioning a date when something comes into effect, something else happens at the 11th hour, that date gets pushed back, and so on. But I'm hoping that this is with some kind of finality that as of Monday, commuters will be able to rest assured that, yes, it's going to go up by 50 cents in some
50
cases.
cents for short stops, $1 for longer
then
drives.
The balance of it will be borne by the taxpayers, right?
Yeah.
Me, you, she, everybody else out there. But I, in all honesty, while we Belizeans feel as though we're being taxed to death, I think this is a worthwhile one, right? I think it's a reasonable one. My only concern, and I don't know that when Dr. Zabane mentioned something in economics the other day that it was, satisfactory to me personally. Look, law of gravity is everything that goes up must come down, right? So while yes, the prices are through the roof right now, what happens when the prices stabilize on the world market, right? We, the taxpayers and the consumers, would want some relief that the price goes down here.
Yeah.
Not telling me I get the benefit or the satisfaction of that through service down the road. Nah, man.
Yeah.
$15 right now for a gallon, carry it down back to $11 or carry it down back to $10 when everywhere else the price goes down. Not tell me how I get value for money for $15.
And I think we have seen cases where the fuel does go down, but it doesn't go down as much as it went up. You know, it'll go down a couple cents, a couple, maybe at least shilling, maybe even at least dollar at most, but I don't think it goes down from like 15 to 10. And so unfortunately, that's just one of the realities that we'll have to accept. But before we move things along, I just want to go to the final comments that we got earlier. We have Sonia Singh saying, my daughter's favorite way to eat her noodles is with my chicken gravy in it. That sounds like you make yummy chicken. Also, Adrian Turton said, morning, Fox, Mr. Isani, pepper ramen with extra pepper and lime. Put your back quick. Put your back quick. But on a regular day, I also add a lot of items. Boiled eggs, happy cow cheese, cream cheese, onions, cilantro, sausages. The sky is the limit. I agree. Aki said, on another topic, we heard last night that bus fares will go up by $1 for better services. But what about the standees? What can the BBA tell its members and how to change or charge the standees since its service? Yes, no standees shouldn't be, but the reality is we don't have enough buses. And so that is a very valid point there. We also had Paul saying some people stretch their money when they go buy ramen, one triangle cheese, and a pack of bread. All right. Well, thank you very much, guys, for engaging with us online. We appreciate your comments as always. At this point, we are going to take our first break, though, but don't go anywhere. When we come back, we are going to be spotlighting Wonder Woman winners. Or actually, we'll be having Croc Talk, separating facts from fair with Marisa Tellez.
In the heart of the Kaya district, Calico Jacks is proving that sustainability and success can go hand in hand.
When Calico Jacks wanted to move to solar energy, the biggest difficulty for us was the finance. Belize Bank believed in our vision, and we are very happy and grateful that they gave us this opportunity for the financing.
Through the Credit Risk Abatement Facility, a partnership between Belize Bank and the CARICOM Development Fund, small and medium businesses can access financing for renewable and energy-efficient solutions with reduced collateral requirements.
Here at SCSB, we're grateful for Belize Bank to make it easier for our clients to go green. We're proud to work with businesses like Calico Jacks to help them lower their costs and their carbon footprint.
At Belize Bank, we are powering Belize's transition to renewable energy, one business at a time. Together with our partners, we're making sustainable financing accessible for all.
Belize Bank, financing a greener, stronger Belize.
The NEBL heads into week 10 this weekend, and we're kicking off early this weekend on Thursday night at the Victor Galvez Stadium in Cayo. We'll host a mega showdown between the two top teams. The red hot Cayo Western Ballers goes up against the upstart Orange Walk Running Rebels at 9 p.m. Then on Saturday night, the Dan Grigga Dream Ballers try to stay alive in the hunt to make the playoffs. Heads north to the Andres Campos Stadium against the new Focus and tougher Corazal Spartans, 8 p.m. And in Belize City at the Belize Civic Center, the Belmopan Trojans will go up against the roughest and the toughest team in the league, the Belize City Defenders, at 9 p.m. The NEBL Girls, the National Sports Council, and Fui Bolido, $5,000 halftime shooting challenge, plus giveaways at all games. So this week 10, make it an NEBL weekend. Sponsored by the government of Belize.
My bro, take a quick pic of you right here, bro.
Alright, wait a second. Why? By the looks of it, I think my phone done.
Bye. Please tell me, you know, I want to use that thing again, bro.
If I be serious and I be honest with you, I can't afford to spend big money on phone right now.
Bye, but who said anything about spending big money? Smarter than that agree. They got phone deals, plans, they have everything that agree right now.
No man.
But yes, it happened right now. Plus, they even have raffle and a raffle money, then a raffle TV, everything.
Well, I think we need to ride the agri right now.
I agree, let's go
Let's go.
now.
Visit the Smart Booth any of the 3 days from May 1st to 3rd at Agric 2026. Get amazing deals on phones and plans and your chance to win a cell phone, 55-inch TV, and cash. Smart, bringing people together.
And welcome back. Our first conversation this morning is all about crocodiles. Joining us virtually is Dr. Marisa Tellez. She's the Executive Director of the Crocodile Research Coalition. Good morning, Dr. Tellez.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So we're having this conversation because over the past few days, there's been quite, some buzz around crocodiles. Particularly with this incident that happened in Key Corker, where a woman was attacked by a crocodile in the early hours of the morning. Now, some people are arguing that we should do away with that particular animal. You're arguing from another perspective that, look, we need to understand how these animals behave so we have a better appreciation for them. And of course, learning and understanding more about crocodiles. Let's begin there.
So, yes, I would like to state first that the Crocodile Research Coalition, we're based in Placencia.
Yeah.
And then we also have ACES Wildlife Rescue. And that organization was established in 2018. That is different from the ACES that was established in the mid-2000s. ACES Wildlife Rescue and the CRC, we are united in regards of how we need to approach this particular situation with the crocodiles. Both of our organizations, we are Belize-based and we live here full-time. I've been working with crocodiles in Belize for 18 years and I've been living here for 10 years, and I do a lot of my knowledge, a lot of my wisdom, a lot of my expertise is very much Belize-based from the people prior to me, such as Tony and Joe Burrell, as well as Umberto Waller at the Belize Zoo. And there have been many other amazing Belizean scientists, academics, conservationists, and naturalists that passed down their knowledge to me so that I could move forward in conservation and management of crocodiles here in Belize. And I think one thing that we need to understand is that if we're going to move forward in conservation and management and prevent any negative interactions between crocodiles and humans here in Belize, it needs to be Belizean-based knowledge, not from outside views or from people that have not been here for well over 10 years. And so I think, and the thing is that here in Belize, what I learned from my colleagues, in a sense, my mentors prior, is that we can coexist with these animals. The fear mongering, where we have to be afraid of these animals, this is very much not a Belizean cultural root base of crocodiles. This has been brought in through immigration, and I remember talking with people in Punta Gorda many years ago. They said they used to coexist with animals until the 80s, until someone came in and brought this fear of crocodiles. We look at colonialism as well throughout the world, where you had people coexisting with these animals, even the ones that are considered man-eaters. but it was through colonial views that brought a fear base. And so I think it's one thing that we have to understand, or one thing I would really love to let the audience know and let everyone know is that when it comes to understanding these animals, again, ACES Wildlife Rescue, as well as the CRC, we spoke last night and we are united in furthering coexistence of this animal. Now, the animal that bit the woman on Cape Cocker, first of all, we can't just go out and round up all the crocodiles on Cape Cocker.
Yeah.
That is very much fear mongering, and that is subconsciously telling communities, okay, everything's fine now. That is not accepted by the international community. How this animal attacked is very much, if this was an animal that wanted to do harm to this woman, kill this woman as a source of prey, I would say this woman would not be alive right now. Crocodiles do a defensive bite. This is very well known internationally. And this is something I've heard at international conferences. Myself, as well as my employee, Jonathan Tremino from Orange Rock, we are members of the IUCN Crocodile Specialist Group and the International Union for Conservation of Nature. And so it's kind of the international authority in regards to crocodile conservation and management internationally. And we have learned over the years, and talking with other scientists, we've learned more of a base about crocodile behavior, but what's beautiful is we've been able to share also what we have learned here in Belize. And this attack was more of a defensive attack because the animal did let go. And that's one of the things I do want people to understand, is that also swimming at 4 o'clock in the morning or during the main prime feeding time of crocodiles, which is really that early evening to early morning, that's when they're very active. And so if they hear splashing, they're gonna get curious. They might think it's injured prey, so it's gonna be an easy meal. Or again, we are in this nesting season. We also are noticing, even in Turnif Atoll, I was just there at Turnif Atoll a few weeks ago, monitoring the crocodile behavior out there. And we really should be at the end of mating season, but we are still seeing a lot of mating behavior of crocodiles. During mating season, both males and female have a higher increase in testosterone, so it makes them a bit more bold. So it's around this time of the year, you know, it's not great. It's really not smart to go in the water at nighttime, because especially when it's the mating season, because these animals just get more territorial as well.
I wanna ask you then, Marisa, about some of the concerns and fear that people generally have. You mentioned that some of that has been brought on by people who came in with this idea of these animals being dangerous. But there are real scenarios of where people, for example, here in Belize City, have witnessed crocodiles come out and take animals, take dogs. I think of Belama, for example.
Just yesterday, if I could interject quickly, just yesterday, following this particular story, we received a call from someone here in Belize City, in the Lake Independence area, who had mentioned that a crocodile took his dog earlier that very same morning. But sorry,
and so when I think of stories like that one, like the one that Isani mentioned, and many others that come out of the Bilama area, and others who live, you know, around rivers, I think that concern is very real from what they would witness, and not always from what they would hear. What do you say to that?
I absolutely understand the fear in regards of living near the rivers, living near the coast. But again, learning the do's and don'ts and educating yourself how to live alongside these animals, we can coexist. And we know that there was a lot of coexistence happening pre-colonial times with the Mesoamerican societies, going all the way back from the Olmecs, the Toltecs, the Zoltecs, to the Maya, as well as the Aztecs. There is this traditional knowledge being passed down. And what's so fascinating to me is even speaking with some of the Maya today in Toledo, and I've spoken with people up north as well, they have kept this traditional knowledge, and they're coexisting with crocodiles. They will spearfish in the rivers. They go swimming. But what's so interesting is they spearfish or they go swimming in the day when the crocodiles are tucked in the mangroves. They're less active. Everyone will mention that they don't do anything at night. And they also, that traditional knowledge that's been passed down, they also understand that there's certain times of the year that you need to be careful going in the water. So I think when it comes to crocodiles, jaguars, as well as other animals, there's a lot of traditional knowledge that we can gain from the Maya, as well as some of the rural Creole communities as well. And those are the people I really love gaining the knowledge from, and that's where we've gained a lot of knowledge to be able to assist people in more urban areas, such as Placencia, to coexist. The CRC, we utilize a lot of traditional rural knowledge to help with coexistence. And here in Placencia, where we're based, we don't have any conflict with crocodiles. And we have crocodiles in the canals. We have a 13, 14 footer known as Charlie, and everyone loves Charlie. He's like our superstar. So it's because we have really educated people to coexist.
I have a question for you, Marisa.
The dogs.
Okay. Yeah. You can go ahead about the dogs.
Yeah. So about the dogs, we have to understand that crocodiles see a small mammal. They don't see man's best friend. And when they see a dog, I mean, I hate to say it, but that is part of their diet when they see a dog. I have dogs, I live right on a canal, and I've just had to train them not to go by the water, and that's been, and I had a couple of close calls many years ago with one of my dogs, and that's when I had to realize I am now living in crocodile country. If a crocodile takes my dog, that's not the crocodile's fault, that's my fault as an owner. Now, the other thing is too, is that we have to understand that the crocodiles, especially in Belize City, if they're coming and taking people's dogs, there's a root problem here. And I believe I did an article about this about a year ago, because some people were seeing a very big crocodile in one of the canals in Belize City. And if you look, there's tons of trash there.
Yes.
So the dogs are coming to get the trash or the leftover food, and the crocs are like, this is easy bait. They're just waiting for so at the end of the day, it's because of our bad behavior with waste management that we are drawing the crocodiles closer to us, because we're just throwing food scraps, we're just throwing trash. And then, I do understand that some people, they don't have fences, so their dogs are let loose. Well, then the dogs are going towards the food scraps or the trash where the crocodiles are.
In some cases, Dr. Tellez, residents have been warned not to feed crocodiles.
That's what I wanted to point out.
In terms of human interactions with these animals, you have some people who would go to the water side and want to, throw chicken into the water.
Chicken skin.
Try to feed the crocodiles, which is unadvisable. Can you speak to that?
Yes, it is. One, it is illegal to feed wildlife like the crocodile, but there is a myth of, if I feed a crocodile, it'll be my friend, and then we can coexist and it won't hurt me.
A snake.
Absolutely wrong. And that's all over internationally as well, is do not feed the wildlife. Do not feed crocodiles, because these animals will become habituated to you, and they lose their fear, and then that's when an attack can happen. And when you look at any crocodile attacks from the last 10, 15 years, and this is something that I have been recording alongside with a colleague, Brandon Sidaloo, who is part of that IUCN crocodile specialist group and recording all crocodile attacks. He has noticed there's always a link to indirect or direct feeding, and especially with the American crocodile throughout its range, and it's called the American crocodile because it's found throughout the Americas. This is not a crocodile that's been imported into Belize. It's called the American crocodile because you can find it throughout the Americas. A lot of attacks happen around this time of the year because females are protecting their nest, or we have that elevated testosterone in both males and females. But he also noticed a lot of locations as well. The attacks are happening because of feeding crocodiles. Again, they lose their fear of humans. Our species of crocodiles, the morlets and the American crocodiles, they are considered a very timid and shy species. So timid and shy that the ancient Maya in the city-states, they would have these species throughout the city-states, throughout their villages. They were at Maya temples because they were very easy to coexist because they do not see humans as prey. When there is an attack, again, it's usually because people are feeding the animals. The best, if anyone is listening right now, the best advice I want you to take from this is just please do not feed crocodiles and do not feed any wildlife.
All right. Well, I think that's an excellent way to close off this first conversation. Now, Dr. Marisa, if there is any type of concerns that people might have about crocodiles in their community, can they reach out to CRC to get further information and further guidance on what to do?
Yes, if there is a concern about crocodiles or you want to learn more about crocodiles, you can reach out to the CRC. I do also want to point out we have a volunteer, Austin Bennett, in Belize City. He is amazing and he has been so much help. He's also assisted with snake relocations in the city as well. And so we do have Austin and Belize City. So people can reach out to us. If you are out on the Keys, especially Ambergris Key, you can also reach out to ACES Wildlife Rescue. And of course, you can always reach out to Forest Department as we work very, very closely with Forest Department. The CRC, we want to make sure that communities stay safe. And we want to make sure that crocodiles continue to thrive here. And something I always like to say is that, you know, if we lose crocodiles, if we lose jaguar, if we lose scarlet macaw, if we use ocelot, that's not just losing an animal. That's losing a piece of Belizean heritage. So we need to protect these people. All of the animals here in Belize, they're just important to Belizean culture as food, music, and dance.
All right. Excellent. Thank you very much for that final message. We appreciate this discussion. I hope that viewers tuning in were able to rest assured that there is something we can do about the crocodile issue. And if you have any crocodiles around you that is a concern to you, you can reach out to CRC. At this time, we will be taking a quick break, but don't go anywhere. When we come back, our next conversation is a spotlight on Wonder Woman winners.
Is essential for everyday life, but behind every outlet, a lot is happening to bring you safe, reliable, and sustainable energy. Let's start at the beginning. Independent power producers across Belize generate electricity using a mix of renewable and non-renewable resources. Electricity travels across a network of high-voltage transmission lines capable of transmitting electricity across long distances. Electricity then reaches your nearest substation, where it is adjusted to a lower voltage, making it safe to travel on the distribution lines you see in your community. From there, electricity makes its final journey from the distribution lines to your home, providing you with safe and reliable power when you need it. Belize Electricity Limited. We continue to serve you.
We at Fulltech Systems understand that technology isn't just a tool, it's a game changer. At home, smart devices and AI are revolutionizing daily life. In education, tech is making learning more interactive and accessible for students and educators alike. For businesses and government, it's driving innovation, streamlining operations, and unlocking growth, leveraging tech for better services, infrastructure, and security. At Fulltech Systems, we help you thrive with cutting-edge solutions, partnering with leaders like Dell, HP, Microsoft, APC, Fortinet, Cisco, and Tomy. We deliver the right products for your needs, whether it's boosting efficiency, improving customer engagement, or scaling operations. Connect with us and let's drive innovation together. Fulltech Systems. your technology center, where you come for the price, but stay for the service.
Your security, our top priority. We guard your world with strength and integrity. From home, cars and rentals, business too. We make protection simply easy for you. BB Insurance, trusted and true. Clear policies assured. Fast claims too. No appointment needed. Just swing by. Locations countrywide where peace resides.
BB Insurance, your security, our priority.
Ready, Dangriga? Something big is coming your way. Open Your Eyes Summerfest 2026 is heading to the culture capital, Dangriga. Join us on June 12th at 6:30 a.m. at the iconic Alejo Beni Park for a morning filled with energy, excitement, and pure talent. This year, it's all about the kids, from singing to dancing, poetry to performances. If they've got talent, we've got the stage. Bring out the entire family and come celebrate creativity, culture, and the future stars of Belize. Expect fun, music, surprises, and unforgettable moments. Don't miss it. Open Your Eyes Summerfest 2026, where young talent shines the brightest. Welcome back to Open Your Eyes. For this next conversation, we are opening with the title, She Did That, because really, she did. This morning, we are highlighting some of the winners, some of the participants of the Wonder Woman competition that took place last month. You would know that we have been talking about our three-part docuseries that premiered 2 days ago, highlighting this experience for these ladies over the course of 3 days as they lead up to the announcement of who wins out of the security forces. Well, this morning, we have some winners in their own right. Participants of the Wonder Woman competition, some record breakers as well, and we are going to talk about what that experience was like for Wonder Woman 2026. Joining me this morning is Lieutenant Colonel Roberta Usher. She is a leader of the Turbo Girls BDF team. Good morning. Good morning. We also have with us Lance Corporal Suleni Pakil. She was the captain of the Turbo Girls BDF team. Good morning.
Good morning, Mom.
And also with us is Private Karini Wilson. She was the winner of the 6 miles run, and you also got the best time as well.
Yes, that's correct.
Ladies, thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations for the 2026 Wonder Woman competition, and you know, this is a huge achievement. Let's begin with the participation, just having representation from the Belize Defense Force. Why was that important? Perhaps we can begin with you.
Sure. Well, the Coast Guard hosts the competition and they invite the police department and the BDF, and our leaders always support us to participate, and then the physical training instructors come together and we choose the best WBDF to participate and enter the competition for fun, for competition, for bickering, tit for tat against each other. We're all
Bragging
friends.
rights.
Bragging rights at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. But it's just a part of the fun, and we have to compete against each other by the end of one. I always tell everybody it's still one mission at the end of the day. So
yeah.
What was different about this year as opposed to previous years? It's pretty much the same obstacle courses and challenges, right? But through this particular experience, was there anything that stood out, separate and apart from perhaps what happened last year or previous years?
I'll say the difference would be like the set of 8 females that do join, because every year it's not always like the same team. It's either like a few show up back and a few don't. So I'd say the team, depending on the team, but the competition itself, there's no change.
The competition is
I've seen your name on several Wonder Women before in terms of our coverage of this particular event. What has it been like for you? What got you interested in Wonder Woman to begin with?
Actually, it's very funny because back in the year in 2023, I went there just to watch. They told me, there's a competition with the females. Would you like to go and watch? And I'm like, okay, because then at that time I didn't have anything to do, and I just went there and I was following a friend, and I show up there, and at that moment, I guess a few of the females got injured, and so I got kicked up, and then I did the last event for them. And then the following year, they asked me if I would like to join them. And I said, you know what? Let me give it a try. I kind of liked it, and then I fell in love with it.
What was the last activity that you had to do in 2023 to fill in?
It was the obstacle course.
Oh, okay, the obstacle.
That was the only event that I had to do for them. So I went there to watch, then got into the war.
You got dragged in, and now you're committed to it.
Yeah, now I'm committed to it. I can't say it was not worth it. It was worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Private Wilson, I imagine you trained for this because you have best time, right? What was your preparation like? And why did you want to participate this year?
To be honest, I was not to be on the team. I was to be helping out the girls to train them.
Oh.
Last minute, one of the females that was supposed to be on the team ended up flying out. So they came to me like, we need you on the team. I'm like, no, do it. Then the captain here, she's like, persuade me to do it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. But for the running part, usually for the first 3 miles, one of the other females will set the pace, then I set the last 3. But, somehow it's changed, as always, on us. And I'm like, okay, I got to keep going.
Yeah.
So
if I could recall correctly, from what I saw, right, you guys were running through the rain.
Yes.
What was that like? I gather perhaps for you, it's nothing new, but what was that experience like?
Honestly, it was a refreshing moment because usually most years we do it's in sun, and then the sun's out, you're dying, right?
Yeah.
And then this year, it's for some reason it felt much easier, I don't know.
You said that your role was to help prepare them for the competition.
Yes.
Let's go into that, what preparation looks like, because do you have like a set team that's supposed to guide them in preparing for the competition?
Yes.
How does that work?
So usually we would, what we call PTIs, physical trainers, right? Would come in, and based on the amount of people, we have different tests, and then from the test they do and all that, we pick the best 8. So they're like, we need a runner. So that's how I end up jumping into the team, because they're like, you're a good runner as well, we know this. I'm like, but do I have to? But then again, she persuaded me into doing it, so it was good.
Aside from how challenging it looks, it really looks like one of those main events that brings women together, not only from the set of women that you work with in the BDF, but just in general from the security forces.
Yeah.
Over time, would it be fair to say that you develop friendships and relationships with these women through this competition?
Absolutely. You build a network, you continue to build it. The higher you get within the military, the more separated you become.
Yeah.
And so, for example, I hardly work with these females anymore. And so coming together, commanding them, leading them, and then meeting the new ones from the police and the Coast Guard, it's always important to build networks, because at some point in time we're going to work together. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now my big question for you ladies, What was that feeling like at the end of the competition when you guys won? What went through your minds, your bodies? How were you feeling? What was the vibe?
The vibes. We already won. We knew we won from day 2.
Okay, wow.
We already knew that. It was just from day 2. Our coach already told us, that just go into the 3rd event and just compete with yourself. Try to break your training record time. So I knew we won already.
What was it that you think gave you guys that advantage to confidently say that you would win from day 2, that set you apart from the other 2 security forces?
I would have to say we work mainly on our weaknesses. Okay. So we compared the results to last year. While training, we compared it together. So I would say, okay, we realize for this individual, you're weak on this, so we'll focus on this more for you, and then this individual will focus more on you, because like I might do more push-ups than her, and then she might do more sit-ups than me, so it's vice versa.
In this year's competition, which was the most formidable team? The police team for you guys, the Coast Guard team? Closest competition to you guys?
You can't tell who's the closest because you could slip up on any day, right? Yeah. But we did do training along with the police this year. Yeah. So my sister is on the police team, and so she asked if and so we did some time in Belmopan, and they came here again to build a network. We were working a whole lot more with the police now, and the women don't really know each other, so it was good. And so we knew were they a little bit more than them.
Did Jane participate?
She did.
Yes.
Okay, so what was that sibling rivalry like?
like I said all the time, it's always good because we push each other to do better, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter because it's all about love. So
Yeah.
But
Well, I want to quickly run through what these different activities were for the course of the 3 days, and if you could look back and think of what were some highlights, what was perhaps the easiest part of the competition and the most challenging from each of you.
Well, running
running
for me is,
across the board, terrible.
I'm an awful runner, but I know that, and the team knows that, so I can pick up the weights, and I can do just about everything else. But when it comes to hence I set out the 6 miles.
Yeah.
There's
so
no way
you got the muscles, but not the longevity
speed.
for the speed.
Not the speed.
Selene?
I'd say let me see. Let me really think of it. I'd say after the swim, straight into the running. I don't know, something about that sea.
That's double cardio right there.
I don't know what it does me in the water, but when I start to run, I feel like there's no energy in my legs.
Yeah.
And then the salt take forever to come out of my own body.
Yeah.
And I would say that part, and also running with the weights. She's better than me with weights.
She got the strength, right?
So she would always, win me with that. So I don't know. I've always said, I've seen taller people lose running with weights, but when it comes to her, like, damn. And I try to work on that just to beat her, but I still can't. I don't know how I can.
And Ms. Wilson, what was the most challenging?
Honestly, I would say the swimming part, because I'm a good swimmer, but it was the part where you have to take someone along with you, so that person is clinging on to you. So that would be the hardest part for me.
Wow.
Well, ladies, I love the excitement that you still have, I could see that there's relief that also the competition is over, and so you can just reflect now from that winner's seat, right? And I'm hoping that this conversation encourages our viewers tuning in right now to check out the final episode of our Wonder Woman 3-part docuseries, because we get to see tonight what those final moments were and how it led to you guys actually winning. And so congratulations to you. I know that the preparation probably continues for next year's Wonder Woman. And if you continue with the same 8, or if you have new faces and new team members, I'm certain you guys will be ready because you want to continue on that winning streak, right?
Yes, Mom.
Yeah. Well, congratulations.
Want to continue
Thank you.
until I die.
She got that winner's spirit, right?
I don't like to lose.
Me neither.
No, I don't like to lose. I feel like if I lose, that was one of the reasons why I came back this year.
Okay.
Because last year lose did me a little bit terrible. So I had to work on myself.
Redeem yourself, right?
Yeah, I have to.
All right. Well, thank you, ladies, once more for joining us, and we wish you guys all the best.
Thank you very much.
All right. We take a quick break now, but don't go anywhere. When we come back, we have another conversation to look forward to right here on Open Your Eyes. We'll be joined by Shyne Barrow as he talks about receiving the key to the Borough of Brooklyn.
With everything going on in a day, it's easy to overlook a renewal date. That's why Home Protector Insurance sends a simple reminder to help keep you on track. Home Protector Insurance, if it's worth something, insure it.
This is a Jack X200. This is a very recommendable vehicle. Storage capacity to the max, right? Fuel efficient, easy rider, AC not a play, the pump, comfortable, and it carry me to all my destination. I can count on Jack to take me and my packages where I need to go. I recommend it anytime. We're the best from the West.
Haven't updated your information recently? Well, kick off the new year as a winner. RF&G Insurance is giving you a free chance to win every month. Entering is easy. Just chat with us on WhatsApp and update your information. That's it. You'll be automatically entered into our monthly raffle for a chance to win awesome prizes. Don't wait. Message us on WhatsApp and update your info today. RF&G Insurance. It pays to get it right.
Belize wakes up connected to opportunity. And across our country, the work to keep Belize connected continues. SMART continues expanding our network across the country, bringing stronger coverage to more communities. With recent service enhancements in areas at Blue Creek and Progresso, Belize City, Orange Walk, and more on the way. We're bringing education closer to home, empowering entrepreneurs to grow their businesses, supporting industries that drive our economy, and keeping families connected wherever life takes them. With every expansion, we are investing in the infrastructure that moves Belize forward. Because connection isn't just about signal, it's about opportunity, progress, and the future we are building together. SMART, bringing people together.
Hi, I'm Ava.
And I'm Aiden. We're your AI guides to all things NHI.
In this video, we will guide you on how to become an NHI member. You, and if you have a child, must have a Social Security card. To get an SSB card is easy. Visit socialsecurity.org.bz/card-replacement to view the required documents that are needed.
There is a fee of only $5 Belize for a first-time issue and $26 Belize for a replacement card. Newborns can use their mother's SSB card for up to 2 months.
With your SSB card, you and all family members can register at any NHI contracted clinic of your choice.
You and members of your family can now access health care when needed.
Please note that once you are registered with a clinic, you must go to that same clinic when you need medical care. Look out for more NHI guides like this.
The future is calling. Belize Bank. Your future, our commitment.
All right.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. The next conversation is all about music and the impact that Shyne Barrow, the artist, is still having on the industry. Good morning, my brother.
Good morning.
Good morning, Belize.
All right.
I feel so good to say that, because usually when I go on these interviews, I am always saying good morning from Belize, or this is Shyne from Belize. So I feel good. I feel good for say good morning, Belize. Morning, Belize.
Morning.
And I still got my Creole vernacular intact, and as the Americans would say, I'm code switching, so I'm switching back to my original code now.
Perfect. All right, so before we get into the meat of this conversation, Shyne, I want to give you your flowers, right? Now, since we talk music,
thank you.
Since we're talking music, and I'm a huge fan of rap music and the entire hip hop culture, seeing you receive the keys to Brooklyn and seeing you prepare yourself for the upcoming concert on May 2nd, I think it's a good look for us as Belizeans to see an artist, one of us, take the international stage once again and make us proud. And of course, the recognition that you're getting stateside as well. So congratulations, my brother. I acknowledge what you've been doing where that is concerned.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Isani. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Sabrina, as well.
Let's jump into the meat of the matter. What has it been like? So you announced that King's Theatre May 2nd is your big comeback to the musical stage in the United States. What has been the preparation? What has been, your mindset in terms of getting your head ready going into this particular event?
Well, I was in Belize for Easter. I'd come back for like a week and a half to spend time with my lovely daughter Naomi. I know she should be at school, but Daddy loves you. And I left Easter Monday to return to the States to prepare for May 2nd, because I felt it was important. I hadn't listened to the Shyne album in decades, with the exception of one or two songs. So I had to re-educate myself, even though I created it. I wrote all of the songs.
Wow.
So let me pause you there quickly, Shyne. So the commission has to be one of those few songs, right?
I'm performing the entire Shyne album. I'm not performing Godfather Buried Alive. That is a separate ticket sale. So if the good people want to see Godfather Buried Alive, they'll have to purchase that concert. But there will come a time as we go on where the tour may adjust to have a combination of both. But right now, buyers are satisfied buying the Shyne album performance. But as I was saying, I started listening to Shyne, the album, when I returned to Belize, and I was on Easter break. And then I returned to the States Easter Monday, and I've been here since in New York, taking the train every day, walking the streets of Brooklyn, going to Little Caribbean, walking through Manhattan where I used to deliver messages. In fact, Nas opened a restaurant at the Sony building, which was so surreal to see him do that at the building where he was signed to and where I used to deliver messages before I got discovered. So I have been rehearsing every day for the last couple of weeks. I am happy to tell you that my tour DJ is DJ Rampage, and he is a Belizean from George Street. That went on
another
to become
good look. Another good look.
DJ. No, he went on to become the DJ Hill. So he's not just. I am not doing affirmative action here or charity. He's one of the best in the business, and he tours with Lauryn Hill. That's her official DJ, and I'm glad that I was able to borrow him from Miss Hill.
Are you still with us?
I believe we have some technical difficulties there. That's amazing, though. Him saying that there's a DJ from Belize City, from George Street again, that will be with him at the concert at King's Theater. That's amazing.
So, okay,
Are
so
you here
you're
with
back
us?
with us, Shyne? All right, so we're having a bit of technical difficulties there, but
yeah, sorry about that, guys.
okay, you're back. You were mentioning earlier that you have DJ Rampage, who's going to be your concert DJ on May 2nd. Go ahead.
Yes, Belizean George Street, who tours officially with Lauryn Hill, the iconic Lauryn Hill. And my stage producer, my concert producer, is another Belizean by the name of Jeff Christie, who did No Way Out and Eminem and a bunch of other legendary hip hop. So I'm glad to report that Belizean is in full. The Garifuna drummers out there. We will have the artists performing.
Nice.
We will have separate from Rampage. So Belize is in full.
Yeah. Feel free to close your camera if it improves the streaming and the tuning in. But I have a question for you, Shyne.
I'm on my iPhone. I don't know how I could close it.
Oh, okay.
I think my Wi-Fi is just a bit shoddy.
I have a question for you, Shyne. Actually, I have two questions for you. The first one, you mentioned that you are currently listening to the Shyne album, getting acquainted with it again. What's that feeling like? I imagine it's kind of like going back in time and thinking of the version of who you were at that time. And then you also mentioned taking the subway and walking through Brooklyn and perhaps interacting with people and being in spaces where you would have walked around on a regular basis. Does it feel like going back in time to that person that you were back then? Because I imagine you've evolved so much since then.
It is a surreal experience. just so nostalgic. And memories are a gift from God to be able to reflect and think back on fond times and think back on hard times with my mother, Imyon, single mother, and Granny Esme, Mama, didn't have much. We were left by ourselves to do the best ourselves, and they helped to make me everything that I am today. So I remember those struggles, and it's motivating because I've come so far. I've accomplished so much, and there was a time where I might not have ever been able to return to the streets of Brooklyn or anywhere in the United States. And I remember that young kid, that 8-year-old kid that first went to join his mom in New York, in Brooklyn, and how he dreamt and how he delivered messages throughout Manhattan, and he rode his bike up and down the Brooklyn Bridge, and he took the train and would get up for an old lady to sit down sometimes, as tired as he was after working all day. I remember that kid. And that kid went on to sell millions of records and become a rap legend. Despite all of the tragedies, he triumphed. So all of that is what makes you a great performer, because you take all of that energy, you take all of that experience, and you leave it all on the stage. And if anybody knows me, whether it's in the House of Representatives or wherever I go, whatever I do, I'm going to give you 100 trillion %. So it's good. But as far as listening to the album, it's a classic album. I marvel at how great the album is because I never listened to it and it stood the test of time. There's one song, just to show you that I'm not biased, that I will not perform. Is the Get Out song, because it's so misogynistic, and I cringe when I listen to the lyrics, and as a father of a daughter, that I can't cross that line, and that's just not how I feel. The other records, while some may say they are graphic in detail and they are they are profane and they're blasphemous in some regard, that Shyne, that young boy, gets a pass in reporting what he was going through, what he was seeing. And if you listen to a lot of the lyrics, he's asking for a better America. He's asking for the powers that be to save him, to build schools instead of prison. And I'm proud of that young boy that kept going, that never gave up, and I'm celebrating that young boy. And speaking to the other young boys, that's why I dress as the official that I was and the statesman that I am, to show them the transformation of that young boy, two statesmen, two former leader of the opposition in Belize.
I'm glad you went there, Shyne. So let's talk about the distinction of receiving or being honored with the keys to Brooklyn. What was that feeling like? And, how will you take that going forward in terms of reaching out to young men?
I honestly did not know that the borough president, Antonio Reynoso, my Dominican brother, was going to give me the key or declare April 25th Shyne Day. I never get emotional, but I was crying inside. I was moved to tears, just thinking about my grandmother, thinking about my mom, and thinking how, when they came to this country, this great country, that they were cleaning people's houses and taking care of people's children, until my grandmother put herself through nursing school and became a nurse. My mom bettered herself and ended up working in corporate after struggling for so many years. So that key is for Granny Esme, that key is for my mom, and then the kids that were there, we were actually there to do a mentorship program. I was there to give a speech with the public advocate, Jumani, and the borough president, and when I looked at those kids, I saw myself. I saw that young Shyne that got shot at 16. I saw that young Shyne that was abandoned by his father. I saw that young Shyne, that was an immigrant that, had to learn how to speak American, and maybe had little hope. And I shared that key with them, and I shared that Shyne Day with them, because one day if they work hard and they sacrifice and they're present every day and they pray, and they believe and they hope and they dream big, big dreams, they too may receive the key to the city. But even if not, they too will get to where they're going as far as their dreams and what they want to accomplish in life.
Here's my final question, right? Why is it that you're revered in hip-hop circles and you're revered for the work that you've done as a statesman elsewhere, but you still feel that sort of negative energy from Belizeans when it comes to appreciating you as an individual and everything that you've done in terms of your trials and triumphs in life?
Blame Dean Barrow.
Oh my God.
I think a lot of people associate me with the former prime minister, and so I become a polarizing figure because then the PUPs hated me because I get a lot of love from the PUPs now, and then there are UDPs that hated Mr. Barrow because they wanted to overthrow him the way they overthrew me. So the political aspect of it is deep and dividing. But I think I'm overcoming that. I think that the more I work, the more I demonstrate that I am Shyne, that I am an entity unto myself, that I'm not connected with any Bolito or anything has ever been done to the Belizean people. I have never extracted any wealth from the Belizean people. I have never benefited from any nepotism. I think the more and more that happens, the more people are like, you know what, this guy isn't so bad after all. So I'm okay. I'm okay with paying my dues. I'm okay with, in due time, the actions speak. The numbers don't lie, and the things that I continue to accomplish stateside matter to Belizeans. I saw, I think Belize News Network, when they put up that I got the key to the Brooklyn, it got like 2,000 likes. When I first returned to the States and I was, doing a lot of tourism marketing, people love it. So I think, obviously politics divides Belizeans. I understand that. But more and more Belizeans, now that I'm away doing my profession, are saying, we respect and we love this guy regardless of their color.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Shyne, let us know how we can get our hands on those tickets and, of course, be there to support you on May 2nd.
I think tickets are almost sold out, but if there are any tickets left, if there are any tickets left, it'll be a Shyne_BZ in the link. But what we do have left are tickets to the meet and greet.
Okay.
I'm doing something special for about 1,000 of the couple of thousand people that are attending the concert to be able to take a picture with me, hug me, shake my hand, and party with me into the night with Max Glazier, who's the DJ for Rihanna, and I'll even be on the ones and twos playing the music that I love. So it's going to be a party all night from 9 o'clock when I take the stage. I'm not sleeping. I'm leaving the stage, and I'm going to go take pictures with all my fans. So it's going to be a great night of celebration of resilience. Belize, the big Belize flag will be on the stage. The Garifuna drummers will be there, and we're gonna do our best to burn down the stage in the name of Belize.
No sleep till Brooklyn.
No sleep till. I like that. I hope to see you guys there. You can get free backstage passes as the press. So just let me know.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Shyne, for taking the time to join us. We appreciate it. Again, a huge congratulations to you, and we look forward to having you back here home in Belize.
Yes, I'll be back home next week to spend time with Naomi before I go back on the road again. So if you guys have a space, I always love to come and join the wonderful people at Great Belize Media, Channel 5. God bless you.
All right. All righty. Thank you very much. You have a good day. All right, at this time, we have to take another quick break, but don't go anywhere. We have a bonus conversation for you. When we come back, we'll be talking about BTIA's Chocolate Festival set to take place. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
People don't travel with cash anymore. People would stop and they want to do a coffee tour, they want to buy coffee, but people don't have cash with them. Online banking facilitated a lot of what we do. I don't have to run to town and I have to use fuel and other expenses. Atlantic Bank actually approached us. They facilitated us with a bank account, which is something that we didn't have in hand, and then with a POS machine. I sit and sip my good cup of coffee and do payments.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Bro, take a quick pic of you right here, bro.
Alright, wait a second. Why? By the looks of it, I think my phone done.
Bye. Please tell me, I want to use that thing again, bro.
If I be serious and I be honest with you, I can't afford to spend big money on phone right now.
Bye, but who said anything about spending big money? Smarter than that agree. They got phone deals, plans, they have everything that agree right now.
No, man.
But yes, it happened right now. Plus, they even have raffle and they raffle money, then they raffle TV, everything.
Well, I think we need to ride the agri right now.
I agree, let's go right now.
Visit the Smart Booth any of the 3 days from May 1st to 3rd at Agric 2026. Get amazing deals on phones and plans and your chance to win a cell phone, 55-inch TV, and cash. Smart, bringing people together.
Electricity is essential for everyday life, but behind every outlet, a lot is happening to bring you safe, reliable, and sustainable energy. Let's start at the beginning. Independent power producers across Belize generate electricity using a mix of renewable and non-renewable resources. Electricity travels across a network of high-voltage transmission lines capable of transmitting electricity across long distances. Electricity then reaches your nearest substation, where it is adjusted to a lower voltage, making it safe to travel on the distribution lines you see in your community. From there, electricity makes its final journey from the distribution lines to your home, providing you with safe and reliable power when you need it. Belize Electricity Limited. We continue to serve you.
We at Full Tech Systems understand that technology isn't just a tool, it's a game changer. At home, smart devices and AI are revolutionizing daily life. In education, tech is making learning more interactive and accessible for students and educators alike. For businesses and government, it's driving innovation, streamlining operations, and unlocking growth, leveraging tech for better services, infrastructure, and security. At Full Tech Systems, we help you thrive with cutting-edge solutions, partnering with leaders like Dell, HP, Microsoft, APC, Fortinet, Cisco, and Tomier. We deliver the right products for your needs, whether it's boosting efficiency, improving customer engagement, or scaling operations. Connect with us and let's drive innovation together. Full Tech Systems, your technology center, where you come for the price, but stay for the service.
Your security, our top priority. We guard your world with strength and integrity. From home, cars and rentals, business too. We make protection simply easy for you. BB Insurance, trusted and true. Clear policies
Insurance. Your security, our priority.
And welcome back. Our next conversation is all about the cacao plant and, of course, its many uses and many byproducts. In studio with us this morning is Marlena Heron. She's a member of the Chocolate Fest Committee, and she's joined by Rivaldo Canelo. He's a brand ambassador for Kopali Rum. And to my right is Gloria Cox. She's a partner for the Rubber Tree Chocolate Tours. Guys, good morning.
Good morning,
Good
sir.
morning.
Let's begin by talking a bit about the annual BTIA Chocolate Festival.
Okay, so May is coming up, which is Chocolate Month, and Toledo is officially the capital of Belize. So we're going to start off on May 9th with the night market that will be launched in Bella Vista from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. And then we're going to have on May 15th the Wine and Chocolate Gala. That is going to be in PG Welcome Center, and there's going to be music, and there will also be for the first time a live painter. And then on May 16th we have the Street Fete, which is also going to be in PG, and that is going to start at 10 a.m. and will be ending at 6 p.m. And for that day, we're going to have food, we're going to have different booths and small businesses. And to wrap it all up, on the 17th, which is on a Sunday, we're going to have a Cacao Cup, which is a football competition in San Pedro, Colombia. We also have a flash sale for the tickets. So on Labor Day, which is May 1st, tomorrow, the tickets are going to be $10 off. So instead of $85, it's going to be $75. And to win a free ticket, you could post a photo of the 2025 gala photo if you've been to one. And the winner with the most likes will win a free 2026 gala ticket. So there is also a special canvas painting competition that we've launched this year, and there are 3 categories for the junior, teens, and adults, and the theme is Toledo's Goal, Cacao Culture and Community. So to drop off your painting, please go to any Tropic Air Station or in the PG Welcome Center.
Excellent. So the Chocolate Festival has been growing year on year.
Yes.
What's different this time around? What can persons who will be attending this event look forward to in 2026?
So there's going to be more culture inclusion. There is going to be more businesses, and we're trying to incorporate not only cacao, but as I said, culture. And we're going to try and have the youths out there. We're going to try and incorporate the media when it comes to influencing, and not just cacao, but try and make it more inclusive this year. Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Marlena.
You're welcome.
All right. So with me this morning, as I mentioned earlier, we have Gloria and we have Rivaldo. We're going to be talking about the cacao plant and, of course, its many uses. So let's start with you, Gloria. Good morning once again. What are we looking at here?
Okay, so I'm here from Rubber Tree Chocolate Tours, located in Laguna Village in the Toledo district. Since Toledo is known as the capital,
the cacao capital,
yes, of Belize, we're here to demonstrate just basic things here. So here you will see the cacao pods that are grown from the farm. Because of time, we don't have a lot of time here, but this is the cacao pod.
Yeah.
And we are going to break it so you can taste the seed. And also I brought samples of the beans, cacao beans, the nibs, and also a paste. So let me go ahead and break.
You want to show our viewers that?
Normally, if you're at the farm, you take 2 of them and then you knock them together and you normally break them like that. But because we're not at the farm right now, so when you crack that, this is what you end up with.
Half that for me and half that for Rivaldo, right?
Yes. So you go ahead, you can taste it. So at Rubber Tree Chocolate Tours, we offer authentic chocolate demonstrations. We offer authentic cuisines.
This is the first time I've actually had cacao in this form, like raw cacao.
Oh, really? You don't eat the beans. You
It's
can
an
put it.
interesting taste.
Yes. So it varies on the variety of the cacao, but when you taste the first taste, it's like acidic, sweetish.
Yes.
It's a combination of a lot of flavors in one, but it's unique.
It's a sensory
Yes.
kind of experience.
More? Okay, well,
all right.
It's here. So we have this. So the process would be we demonstrate the process from the pods. So when you go to Rubber Tree, it takes about 30 minutes to go up on an elevated hill, about 400 meters above sea level. And you would walk under cacao canopy. And then when you get to the base of where we are, it's a beautiful view. And then we'd show you the process of the cacao. Then we go through the roasting process.
Yeah.
We would roast the cacao beans. After it's fermented, it looks like that. Then the nibs, we would shell it, and then we would grind it using the grinding stone. And then I have paste here. And would like you to mix your chocolate drink.
All right, can you help me with that?
Yes.
All right, so while you're doing that, then we can talk to Rivaldo quickly about the Copali rum.
Yes, sir.
So we have the chocolate flavored rum as well. Talk to us a bit about that.
All right, so this is the cacao rum is one of the 4 rums that we make there in southern Belize, right? It's one of the main rums that we're going to be using for the chocolate festival. It's going to be everywhere for the chocolate festival, for the gala, for the street fest, and of course for the football marathon that they have mentioned, right? We will be featured for the chocolate gala, which is a formal event. You buy your ticket, and you have the option of choosing Copali cacao cocktails as 2 complimentary cocktails that they will have when you buy the ticket, right? So it's a certified organic rum. It's community and sustainably driven. So you know, we're proud to be a part of this festival and to be featured, you know, for this festival, which is, you know, comes from Toledo, the chocolate capital, as you mentioned.
Definitely.
Right, and I also we're operating from Copal Tree, from Copal Tree Farm. We also have chocolates that we make there, right? So you can't be from Toledo and not like chocolate, right? So in case you wanted to try some chocolate, this is some chocolate that we make at the lodge there. So you could go ahead and choose any one that you want.
I'll choose this pretty one here.
Gloria.
One for you, Miss Gloria.
Yes.
Yeah, so these are
right now, Rivaldo, we'll say cheers to chocolate, right?
All right, cheers to chocolate,
cheers
guys.
to chocolate.
Excellent. Go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, so this is our truffle box that you could purchase at the lodge, but we also do chocolate bars like any other chocolate companies, right? So we do produce our rum from organic nibs. So if you look there, that is nibs that you get from the cacao pod. The way we make our rum, it's not an artificial flavored rum. It's flavored from the cacao nibs that we have there.
But I'll also tell you, right, that chocolate, that cacao, Copali rum takes some getting used to, right?
Oh yeah. It's
that's something we can mix up right there. And
so
an acquired taste.
Yeah, so I myself, I love coffee a lot, right? And I love seeing that Belize are getting a lot of coffee shops now, so you guys will definitely tap into this rum.
Yeah.
It goes very well with espresso martinis, or for me sometimes when I had have a long day to go, I like to do a little splash of cacao rum in my cappuccino or my latte, depends on which one I'm feeling for the day. Yeah, it gives it a little extra boost there. But espresso martini lovers, this is definitely something you should try in your espresso martinis.
All right, turning back to Gloria now. Where are we with the drink, Gloria?
Well, we're gonna mix some chocolate drink. So we put hot water. And then you can add your paste to your liking. If you want it strong or light. Then we have sugar, we have milk. So you can mix.
So I'll have you mix it for me then.
Okay. You trust my mixing?
Yes.
Okay. We can do that. Kind of getting messy here.
So you'll mix for me and Rivaldo as well, right?
Yes. That's fine. With milk? You want it with milk?
We'll do it with
Give
milk.
it a little milk. See how rich that looks?
Yes.
Kind of messy here.
Oh, it's better than the homemade Ovaltine and the
Oh yes, this is
Barrow,
organic.
right?
This is organic. You can't. If
So
you
no
want to
additives, no kind of anything in this
if you
organic
want
thing.
to experience chocolate and cacao and all the goodies that comes with it, you need to come and visit us. Book your tours. I will be glad to help you.
All right, this is in Laguna, you said, right?
This is situated in Laguna Village in the
I have to take
Toledo
a
district.
trip down south, man. I
Yes,
haven't
and we
been
also
there.
have dry caves there that are close by.
Nice.
It would be nice for you.
Well, you said you
go
want
there.
to take. You need to take a trip while the chocolate festival is coming
Yes.
up.
We will be featuring.
I haven't been back to Toledo since, well, I was there about a month and a half ago, but I was in San Pedro, Colombia.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So, visiting Laguna and then heading back over to the Copal Tree Lodge, it's something for me to look forward to.
All right.
All right.
Cheers.
So you're not gonna pour one for yourself?
Yes, I will.
Okay. Hold on right now, Rob.
Yes. So chocolate never goes out of style. This is one of the best drinks you can have. It's organic and it's rejuvenating.
Man, if I'm in
There
the
you
kind
go.
of feel sleepy earlier, I'm fully alive and awake now.
Cheers.
Cheers, right?
Cheers.
Cheers to chocolate.
Cheers, yes.
All right. Any final words you guys want to share with our viewers about the upcoming chocolate festival, and of course, how they can contact you at your respective companies, businesses?
For Rubber Tree, we can be contacted via email. It's rubbertreeadventures@gmail.com, or you can follow us on Facebook, on Instagram. I will be glad to show you around. It's one of the newest places to go. It's authentic. You need to come and taste some real traditional cuisines. Thank
Yourself,
you.
my brother.
And for you guys that are curious about how this cacao rum tastes, as you mentioned earlier, hey, feel free to contact me, 613-0850. Book a distillery tour, come over to PG and, experience PG on a whole, the culture, and of course, our Copali rum. Yeah.
Excellent. Toast once again.
Cheers,
and we'll
guys.
call it a day, right?
Cheers.
All right. Thanks for joining me this morning, guys. It's been an excellent segment with you all right?
Thank you.
So we're going to take another commercial break, and when we return, it's all about Pilates. Stick around.
People don't travel with cash anymore. People would stop and they want to do a coffee tour, they want to buy coffee, but people don't have cash with them. Online banking facilitated a lot of what we do. I don't have to run to town and I have to use fuel and other expenses. Atlantic Bank actually approached us. They facilitated us with a bank account, which is something that we didn't have in hand, and then with a POS machine. I sit and sip my good cup of coffee and do payments.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Bye, bro. Take a quick pic of you right here, bro.
All right. Wait a second. Why? By the looks of it, I think my phone done.
Bye. Please tell me, I want to use that thing again, bro.
If I be serious and I be honest with you, I can't afford to spend big money on phone right now.
Bye, but who said anything about spending big money? smarter than the agric. They got phone deals, plans, they have everything that agric right now.
No, man.
But yes, it happen right now. Plus, they even have raffle and they raffle money, then they raffle TV, everything.
Well, I think we need to ride the agric right now.
But I agree, let's go right now.
Visit the Smart Booth any of the 3 days from May 1st to 3rd at Agric 2026. Get amazing deals on phones and plans and your chance to win a cell phone, 55-inch TV, and cash. Smart, bringing people together.
In the heart of the Kaya district, Calico Jacks is proving that sustainability and success can go hand in hand.
When Calico Jacks wanted to move to solar energy, the biggest difficulty for us was the finance. Belize Bank believed in our vision, and we are very happy and grateful that they gave us this opportunity for the financing.
Through the Credit Risk Abatement Facility, a partnership between Belize Bank and the CARICOM Development Fund, small and medium businesses can access financing for renewable and energy-efficient solutions with reduced collateral requirements.
Here at SCSB, we're grateful for Belize Bank to make it easy for our clients to go green. We're proud to work with businesses like Calico Jacks to help them lower their costs and their carbon footprint.
At Belize Bank, we are powering Belize's transition to renewable energy, one business at a time. Together with our partners, we're making sustainable financing accessible for all.
Belize Bank, financing a greener, stronger Belize.
The NABL heads into Week 10 this weekend, and we're kicking off early this weekend. On Thursday night at the Victor Galvez Stadium in Cayo, we'll host a mega showdown between the two top teams. The red hot Cayo Western Ballers goes up against the upstart Orange Walk Running Rebels at 9 p.m. Then on Saturday night, the Dan Grigga Dream Ballers try to stay alive in the hunt to make the playoffs. Heads north to the Andres Campos Stadium against the new Focus and tougher Corazal Spartans, 8 p.m. And in Belize City at the Belize Civic Center, the Belmopan Trojans will go up against the roughest and the toughest team in the league, the Belize City Defenders, at 9 p.m. The NABL Girls, the National Sports Council, and Fui Bolido, $5,000 halftime shooting challenge, plus giveaways at all games. So this week 10, make it an NABL weekend, sponsored by the Government of Belize.
Bye, bro. Take a quick pic of you right here, bro.
All right. Wait a second. Why? By the looks of it, I think my phone done.
Bye. Please tell me, I want to use that thing again, bro.
If I be serious and I be honest with you, I can't afford to spend big money on phone right now.
Bye, but who said anything about spending big money? Smarter than the agric. They got phone deals, plans, they have everything that agric right now.
No, man.
But yes, it happen right now. Plus, they even have raffle and they raffle money, then they raffle TV, everything.
Well, I think we need to ride the agric right now.
But I agree, let's go right now.
Visit the Smart Booth any of the 3 days from May 1st to 3rd at Agric 2026. Get amazing deals on phones and plans and your chance to win a cell phone, 55-inch TV, and cash. Smart, bringing people together.
Welcome back and come on in. We are winding things down this Thursday with some movement. And I'm excited to be here with Felicia Alas. She is the owner and face behind Astral Pilates by Fel. It is such a pleasure to be here with you this morning, Fel. Thank you so much for joining us and giving me a bit of an opportunity to move with you, right? Pilates is the in thing right now. And I know a lot of women, they want to find out how they can take part in it, learn a little bit more. I know we only have a few minutes, and so perhaps we can quickly jump into what your service is, and then we can get into some movement.
All right, so to me, Pilates is way more than just the exercise. Pilates is one of them things where even though it's an exercise, you can look at it as an event. You can look at it as, hey, I'm going with my girlies.
Yes.
I'm going to work out. Hey, we're going to have some orange juice, some cocktails after this, right?
Some mimosa, no? Okay.
No, we try to keep it healthy, so healthy across the board.
Okay.
So healthy orange juice after Pilates, not mimosas.
I love that you describe it as an event because that's the popular thing I'm seeing right now in Belize City, and you told me that this is an experience across the country even. You had a pop-up giving us Pilates experience with your girls, even guys can take part in it at Cork Street. I understand that you also went to San Pedro and
I'm planning to go to San Pedro.
You're going to San Pedro, and you even went to other parts of the country as well. Tell us about what people experience when they go there. How long is the session, and do you have to have some experience in Pilates?
No, you don't have to have experience in Pilates. I think it's a mindset thing. Once you're open to trying something new, you'll get the flow of it. Practice makes perfect, I'll say, right? So when you come to Pilates with me, I've always made it a thing where it's an experience. So you're coming to, not only work out, but you're enjoying food after, you're enjoying some little bites, you enjoy the experience, right? So it's not, hey, I'm just going to work out and let's dip out. No, so with me, that's my aim.
Well, I want to get a bit of a sneak peek of what that experience looks like. I have little to zero
So since we don't have a lot of time,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna, show you. So typically what I do, we start off with a warm up, just to warm up. So we place your arms on your hips. We breathe in, you extend at least a few inches, you get taller. You exhale out, right? And you breathe in and out. And we're just gonna reach up to the sky. Twinkle those fingers like we're trying to touch the ceiling. And I want you to walk it forward with me, Sabrina. So we're walking it to the front of our mat. And we're gonna hold the plank here. You're in a straight aligned position. Your back is in this natural aligned form. Your gaze is forward. And we hold that plank. This is just a little bit of a teaser. You would have to come to my sessions to know that my classes are a bit of a burner. Right? And then we go on our knees and we stretch. This is what we call our child's pose. You get a nice stretch, right? Come up with me, Sabrina. I'm gonna just use my ball real quickly.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna get some stretch. So you come here, you're lifting your arm up, and we're threading the needle. Remembering to always keep your core engaged. What does keeping your core engaged mean? It means you're sucking in your stomach.
Okay, got it.
So we bring it up for me one more time. We're up, and we thread the needle. What I want you to do for me now, extend the ball forward for me. Would you say you're flexible?
I don't think so.
All right, extend the left leg for me.
Okay, 1 second.
You're pretty good.
Yeah, I do some of these exercises at the gym, but mainly for like core workouts. So I would do stretches, like dynamic stretches at the gym.
So
for strength training.
keep your core engaged and just pulse that back leg for me. Baby pulses for me. Baby pulses. All right, you're doing good. Now pulse with the arm.
Woo!
Pulse
This takes
with the arm.
focus.
Yep, it takes core strength. That's one thing I will say in Pilates. You learn core strength, you get very strong in your arms because you're always on your arms.
That's
on
the
your
thing
knees.
about like Pilates as well. People tend to feel like because you're using like 1-pounders, it's like
those are
light
killers.
work,
No.
But I've seen even like big athletes. I saw one of the basketball players for Defenders teach Pilates to the other athletes as well.
Yeah.
I just think that's so cool. All right, so what else do you have for us?
All right, let me see what I have for you. As a matter of fact, let's go to some squats.
Oh, okay.
I'll give you some burners. All right, so ball forward.
Uh-huh.
You go down. You don't come all the way up on your way up.
Okay.
You don't stand all the way up. So you're up, you're down. Give me 1. Keeping your core engaged. Give me 2. 1 more. And now we hold it here. Hold it here for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. On one, pulse it for me, Sabrina. Up and down, baby pulses. 10, 9, 8. You should be feeling a burn in your thighs.
Feel it, girl.
We're here for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. On one, you're lifting the heels. We lift the heels right and left.
Oh,
right and left. We're here for 10.
What?
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Whoa. I feel that in my quads. Girl, it's not even leg day. Today's upper body day.
You know what? Whenever, because most of the people, I'm out of breath.
I feel it too, don't worry.
Whenever, most of the people that come to me, they're always first timers, majority. So I always aim to make it a full body workout.
Yes.
I'm gonna hit every part of your body.
I feel it, I feel it. Now, how long are your sessions normally?
So they're between 50 minutes to an hour roughly.
Okay, okay. And again, I want to go back to thinking of exercise and wellness as something that you can do together as an event. I think for a lot of people, they have had this idea of exercise and moving your body as this something that's like, you know, dreadful. I don't want to go to the gym. I don't want to go walk. I don't want to have to eat healthy. But there's been really this shift in wellness and exercise and movement where people are coming together and they're doing it as friends, as family. Is that something that you're seeing?
Definitely. The girlies love to show up, put on their nice outfits.
Yeah.
You know, come on, take the pictures, enjoy the environment. So it's definitely something that I could say, hey, let's go to this together, you know?
Yeah.
So that's definitely like with me, like I mentioned with my Pilates. That's probably one of the aims that I want to make myself unique in the way where come and feel like you're at a party, per se, you know?
Well, you are going around in different parts of the country, as you mentioned. You are headed to San Pedro next. When is that going to take place, and how can people book a session with you and even go to the different events that you're having?
So my San Pedro pop-up is the 16th of May at Castaway. I am on Facebook, I am on Instagram. My Instagram is Felicia_Alas_off. On Facebook, Fel Alas, also on TikTok. My phone number is even there for anyone who would like to join. So I'm open, you know, welcome.
And what's the price of the sessions? How does it work?
So my prices vary depending. For example, the one at San Pedro is $85. However, it comes with breakfast. It comes with special things that I set up.
So you're paying not only to work out, you're paying for food and experience.
But I always make it a surprise. I don't want you to know what's there. So you won't know what's there unless you come to the event.
Okay, cool, cool. And then for private sessions, do you do any private sessions? For example, if maybe people would like to have Felicia Lass at their home studio where they have their friends there. Do you do things like that?
So I do that, and I'm letting the secret out. I'm actually opening a studio this coming month, latest June. So I am looking forward to opening that studio.
Oh, that's amazing. Congratulations
Thank
to
you.
you, Fel. I guess we could close things off now. It has been a wonderful morning, and I think it's the perfect way to close off with movement. We encourage you guys here to move your bodies, to think about your health, even if it's just 5 minutes a day, just building on that every single day, you'll be able to see a significant difference in your body and your mindset and the way that you feel and you take on the rest of the day. It is April 30th and we have a birthday shout out. I would like to give a special birthday shout out to Ashley Longsworth. And this comes from your friends here at Open Your Eyes, also your friends from across the country and your family as well. You are a wonderful leader and we are so incredibly inspired by all the work that you have been doing. I'll also like to say anyone else celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. If you'd like to give a birthday shout out, or if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can send us an email at oye@greaterbelize.com. You can also catch us on our social media pages. That's Open Your Eyes BZ, Instagram, OYE Belize. We even have TikTok. That's openyoureyes.bz. And you can also call us or text us on our OYE phone number. That's 675-2555. But please, enjoy the rest of your extended weekend. It's Labor Day holiday. Don't labor too much tomorrow. And join us again on Monday when you open your eyes and start your morning the right way. Be sure to keep your eyes, your mind, and your hearts wide open. Have a wonderful day. Bye.
Open Your Eyes was brought to you by the Belize Bank, our country, your bank, and Smart, bringing people together.